News at noon begins with breaking news right now on the Washington Commanders and their return to RFK Stadium. Good to see you as always. Thanks for being here. I'm Larry Miller. Just an hour ago, D.C. Council Chair Phil Mendelssohn announced that there will be a vote on the stadium deal. But the version of this deal, a lot different from the original one. Chief investigative reporter Eric Flack joining us live at the Wilson Building, where a rally is expected to start at any moment. Flack, walk us through the changes regarding this bill. How does this bill compare to the original one?
Larry, so many late-breaking developments down here at the Wilson Building. Inside the Wilson Building, Council Chair Phil Mendelssohn is giving a lengthy press conference with reporters walking through those changes you were talking about. So let's walk our viewers through some of them right now. Mendelssohn claims he has negotiated with the Commanders $779 million in what he calls improvements to the deal Mayor Bowser struck with the team for that new stadium on the RFK site. Those improvements, Mendelssohn says, includes $260 million in parking revenues on non-stadium days, $112 million in parking taxes, and $248 million in sales tax on food and beverages, with 10% of those going to the city. He also says there's a community benefits fund that will bring $50 million into the city, and senior leadership from the Commanders will bring their offices to the district. Now, some of those numbers the mayor's office questioned. Mendelssohn also facing questions about whether or not this deal makes game days more expensive for fans, because if you notice, all those things that the city is generating revenue from, their taxes on parking, their taxes on food, their taxes on beverage, and those are things that were not included in the original agreement. Mendelssohn and other supporters on DC Council say this is not something that's going to hurt DC tax. This is something that's going to help DC taxpayers and not hurt fans on game days. Many of the council members who support these changes basically saying, look, this is just the cost of going to a game these days. A first vote by DC Council on this new amended agreement for an RFK Stadium is set for August 1st. That's next Friday, a week from tomorrow. The Commanders issued a statement just about an hour ago. They said they're really excited. Let's show that statement. We are thrilled that the council will vote to hopefully support this project on August 1st. The opportunity to bring the team back to its spiritual home and revitalize a critical part of the nation's capital is now one step closer. Now you'll see there's a podium behind me. There is supposed to be a rally here in a little while. We're expecting probably about 1 o'clock. Mayor Bowser is also supposed to talk with reporters at some point this afternoon as well. We are already hearing from the mayor's office a lot of skepticism about the numbers Chairman Phil Mendelssohn is putting out about the amount of additional revenue he's generating for the city. Also, mayor's office and people aligned with it also pointing out those issues with new taxes on fans that are going to the game as a means of generating revenue for the city with this new stadium. It's unclear if the mayor is going to oppose this deal in any way, shape, or form, because keep in mind, it was the mayor who has for years championed this return to DC and a new RFK Stadium on that old RFK site. We will hear more from the mayor in a couple hours, we think. For now, reporting live outside the Wilson Building, Eric Flack, WUSA 9. Larry?
Well, Eric, before we let you go, this also raises questions about where this leaves DC residents. Now, DC residents are to participate in public comments. That takes place on the 29th. This vote, as you said, is going to take place before then. It's no telling what the residents are going to feel about some of the changes that have been made and whether or not those changes, in fact, will impact them in a positive way.
And Chair Mendelssohn, as well as other people on DC Council, Councilmember Kenya McDuffie, who's the chair of the Economic Development Committee, Councilmember Brooke Pinto, both of them have been longtime supporters of this stadium. We're asked that. Doesn't it seem like a sham public hearing next week when you've basically already negotiated a deal that you now say a growing number of council people are going to vote in favor of? They said, look, this is, we do want to hear from people. Chairman Mendelssohn basically said that he saw this whole process almost as kind of procedural, and that they've already, meaning the public hearings, and that they've already heard from a lot of residents who support the deal, and they know where residents stand on this deal. But this RFK deal and the money associated with it, $1.1 billion in taxpayer funding to help build the stadium, along with the record $2.7 billion private investment from the Commanders, is something that not everybody in the city supports. Presumably a lot of those voices are going to be heard next Tuesday and Wednesday at these public hearings right here at the Wilson Building. And now a lot of accusations and questions about whether members of DC Council, including Chair Phil Mendelson, have put the cart before the horse and reached this agreement before they heard from the people. Larry.
Well, no doubt we will hear from the people whether we want to or not. Eric Flagg, thank you so much. We appreciate the insight. Well, you can expect more from WSC9 on this deal. For updates anytime, download the WSC9 mobile app on your phone. Watch us anytime for free on WSC9 Plus and our streaming app as well.